What's up, guys? How you guys doing tonight? Happy Tuesday. Hold on a second. Where's the music? Sorry, boys. Just a second. I'm trying to see what's going on here. For some reason, I can hear myself. You guys don't hear an echo, do you? Okay, give me a second. What do I hear myself? What up, guys? What up, guys? Sorry, give me 1 second here. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. It sounds like I have my own stream up, but I don't. Okay. All right, I think we're good. All right, boys. Sorry about that technical difficulties. I still hear myself. Geez, sorry, guys. What is going on here? I'm just gonna mute my computer. Does that work? All right, we're gonna do this. I'm not gonna listen to it. All right. Anyways, what's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. As long as there's no echo on your part, that's good. Happy Tuesday. We got a bunch of guys in here right now. Titter, Noah, Sam, Toby, China, Dennis, Complainer, what's up? What's up? Welcome to everyone who's new to the stream. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's go through these questions really quickly. Hopefully all of you guys are in a good spot for the playoffs. I was able to clinch a playoff in one of my leagues. My other one, I do need Michael Gallup to score less than, 6 points to 9.5 PPR, so prayers up for me. Titter says he needs Baltimore D to outscore CeeDee Lamb. Listen, I think there's a good chance, man. I think there's a very, very good chance. I'm really hoping the Baltimore D shuts them down. Noah says Claypool got 5, McKinnon got 0. Yeah, no, I don't know if I would have started McKinnon there, man. That's a bold start with Mostert in there. Jackie, what's up? Guys, let me know if there's anything wrong with the music. I'm taking off my headphones completely. Let's see. What should have been an easy dub turned to hell after Aaron Jones' garbage time run and Gibson getting hurt. Yeah, Gibson hurt. I know hurt a lot of people for sure. That was not good. Sam says, I need my buddy who has a kicker left, Justin Tucker, to get the win so I don't have to face him in the semifinals. Have a favorable matchup against my cousin. My buddy's opponent is J.K. Dobbins left. Gotcha. Toby says, Sally, I'm going to have to go now. No, you're good, dude. You're good. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. Titter says, another way I can make the playoffs is someone in another matchup wins the game. He needs Dobbins to score 13. Listen, that's very possible, man. If they feature him, I think they can. Noah says he expects a good game. I like that. Drop that like, boys. Thanks, Toby. China says, what do I do about Watson next week? Him, Kirk, Stafford, or Big Ben? I think you stick with Watson, dude. I think you stick with Watson, man. He's your stud. But Baltimore kind of just goes crazy. I agree. Dennis, what's up? It says, need last minute IDP start help. I have Jalen Smith. He wasn't great last week. I could drop him for Marlon Humphrey, who was better last week. Pat Queen. Need 5. I'm not as versed in IDP, Dennis, but I would probably go Pat or Marlon here. I feel like the Ravens are going to do a little bit of damage. I don't know who has a better track record this season, so I would just go whoever's been doing better in your league's format. No, I'm doing well, man. How are you doing? Sam says, I need Baltimore D to be held under 4 points to get a W this week, but I'd rather lose since I have a favorable matchup in the playoffs in one of my leagues. There you go. Biggest complaint is Luke Wilson or Tony Pollard? I think Tony Pollard has a better chance of scoring more. That's my take. We need an RB next week to replace Gibson. Yo, guys, go check out the waiver wire video dropped today. We got Drake up in there too. If you don't know what that means, go check it out. Look at the thumbnail. See if you guys like it. But yeah, go check out the waiver wire if you have not today. I try to consolidate it a little bit to a few guys who would be a little bit more relevant to the playoffs, plus guys who can flex as well. So go check that out if you have not yet. All right, where are we at here? Let me catch up. Sam says, is your headphone picking up your mic? I don't think it is because there's like a 2-second delay. So I think it's something coming from the stream, but I'm not sure. It's all good though. Let's see. I have JD. Is he better than anyone else on the waiver? I like JD a lot. I like JD McKissick a lot, especially in PPRs, dude. The JD McKissick or Ty Johnson, Benny Snell, if James Conner says, yo, go check out the waiver. I like Ty a lot. I do like Ty a lot, but I think JD has a good floor in PPR. Kyrie says, who do you like better today? Welcome, dude. I like the Ravens a lot. They're my pick. And guys, if you guys didn't do it last week, we had a little weekly pick'em challenge. That was really fun. We actually got some good participation, and yeah, that was really good. So go check that out. If you, well, I guess it's too late this week. But yeah, next week I'll do the same thing. Listen, I wasn't perfect, but I did pick the Steelers upset. Washington over Steelers. So next week, any of y'all who are interested, go and just post. I will post a video with my predictions. You post them there. Whoever has the best record that week gets their name put up here for the week as a little community event winner. Stacy, what's up, man? Welcome. Brooks, what up? What is the drink choice tonight? Can't make your seasons yet. This is actually just it's a energy drink just to wake myself up. I just had a workout, so trying to get back in the trying to get woke. Can't make your seasons, I believe, man. I believe. I talked about him, I think, 2 weeks in a row now, maybe. I like him. He's in my pickups, man. Iris says, is the Vikings a good defense against the Bears in playoffs? So I will have playoff defense stuff coming out this tomorrow. So guys, kind of exciting news. Tomorrow I'm planning to have a video out. We're gonna do we're gonna do week by week of who I like the best, and then we're gonna do a little consolidation at the end to say, okay, well, you know, waiver's gonna clear Wednesday night. Let's think about which ones we want to stash and mix. The one thing I do want to ask for you guys is, do you guys want like the top defenses, or do you want like a mix of like the top 10-ish, so that, you know, people who might have the Ravens, the Colts, and Rams, you know, they're also aware of who's good play versus, you know, what might still be out there. But expect that out to be tomorrow. I think that's going to be a really good video. Big Cheese says, I have to play Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Jones and Devontae Adams next week in the playoffs, and they play the Lions. Listen, man, it's a divisional game, Big T. Anything can happen. Maybe they all bust, right? But we'll see. Stacey says, Dolphins versus Patriots Super Bowl 2021. I mean, maybe, right? I don't know if that can happen if they don't move divisions, but we'll see. Brandon says, why is Tyler Boyd so up and down on points? It's because he's got Brandon Allen throwing to him. He's not a super good quarterback, so Tyler Boyd's going to be very inconsistent. He was able to break a big play this week, and that's why he was okay, but yeah. Terry says, is Booker worth holding on to this week? He absolutely is. I still think he is. You know, he didn't do very well last week, but I still think he is, because if Jacobs is out, he's running back one for the Raiders. Noah says, for round 2, should I go with the 49ers, Rams, or Bears? Yeah, no, keep an eye out. Keep an eye out on the, I'm finishing my homework tonight, but Noah, I'm going to have all of the answers for you tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that video. Evan says, welcome to the stream. Flex, Ridley, Carson, Chubb, A-Rob, MT. Are you talking about for next week? I like Chubb the best out of there. Probably Chubb, Ridley, and A-Rob, but I'm going to have to look at their matchups for next week. So he says, Faker Mayfield can't even make it to the point, but we'll see, man. He did well this week, right? He did well. Jackie says, is Mostert so trustworthy next week after splitting carries with Wilson? So have Dobbins, Gallman, and can add Akers, Ty Johnson. I still think he is. You know, I know he didn't do as well as we liked him, but I still like him to be the best running back out there. I would be surprised if he had a 50-50 split next week with Jeff Wilson. Tim says, I like what you did with Geek. Yo, listen, I'm glad someone found that, Tim. I appreciate that. You know, it took me a little bit to try and come up with something funny. I didn't think it was very funny, but I'm glad at least one person appreciated that, Tim. Welcome to the stream, food. No, says, also, I'm going to go with Chiefs versus Dolphins game at the stadium this weekend, Miami. I'm excited. Dude, that's awesome. That's a really, really fun game, a fun first game to go to. Just stay safe, but I'm excited for you. That's awesome, Noah. Is it in, sorry, I don't actually know. Is it in Kansas City or is it in Miami? Brick says, I have Goddard. Should I pick up Logan Thomas and Gesicki was hurts under center? Just keep Goddard, dude. Goddard's going to be the best person for you out of that group, in my opinion. You know, there's always some question, but I still think Hurts goes with him. You can always pick up Logan as a backup if you really need to, but it depends on who you need to drop. Jackie says also, do you answer DMs on IG? I'm not on IG as much. I don't check it as much, and I know I have a bunch of stuff that hasn't come through on IG. If you need something, Jackie, YouTube is the best thing for me because I get notifications right away. IG, for some reason, I don't get notifications on the fantasy football account. So I apologize if you said something. I can check later, but I never get notifications for some reason. So anything you need, just post on YouTube. It'll be a lot faster. Hayden, what's up? How do you feel about Diggs' schedule? It's not the worst, but it's not the best. Yeah, I mean, Diggs, I know, you know, Diggs is almost matchup proof for me. The Bills have a fluid enough offense, and he's the #1 option there. So he's almost borderline, you know, very much matchup proof for me. Sam says, should I start the Pats or Colts Steve first round of playoffs? I need to look at the matches, but again, wait for the video tomorrow. Let me just see who the Pats play. I'm leaning Colts off of the top of my head. The Pats play the Rams. I would probably go Colts. I like the Colts a little bit more. I'll have a better answer for you tomorrow, though, Sam. Tim says, Cam Akers or Miles Sanders next week. Let's wait and see what happens. I want to see what kind of news we get out of the Eagles camp. I'm leaning Cam Akers, though. Brooke says, I was thinking of you yesterday when you called the... I appreciate that, man. Listen, it was lucky, right? I had my reasons for calling that upset, but yeah. Noah says I picked the Steelers upset as well. Let's go, Noah. That's how we do it. Brandy says I did not pick any NFC East teams. Yeah, Sam is out of the playoffs, but did great this year. No regrets. There you go. Ambi, what's up, dude? Yeah, listen. I'm trying to get ready for trying to get my last league in, man. We'll see what happens. Ernest says, will Miles Sanders ever be a guy who can start again? Guys, so the interesting thing about the Eagles is that there's a good chance that Miles might be startable. We're going to see what it's like with Jalen Hurts on paper. It's going to be a little bit tougher because theoretically Jalen's going to take a lot of rushing attempts and touches away from Sanders, but we're gonna have to see, right? A new QB, it always calls for a new change in how they play and how they how they use the offense around him. So we'll have to see. There's a chance, but it's tough, right? The Eagles don't have a good O-line, and they have a lot of people injured, so that's a little tough. Dark Winter, what's up? Fantasy on waivers. I have Ferkser and Ertz. Is Fant good anymore? I still like Fant, man. Fant gets the targets. So I like him. I like him certainly better than Ertz. And Ferkser's only gonna be viable if Zhou is out next week. Ambi says, which defense is for 1569? The Browns. The Browns aren't bad, but I am finalizing my my stuff for the video tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. I'll give you guys a ranking list. In round 2 of playoffs, and Jacob Still, do you like Boyd or Devontae Booker at flex? It's a little hard to tell right now. I would always say Booker. I'm gonna go with a running back unless the wide receiver is like a lot better. Let's see how things go next week. I don't think I have a feeling Jacobs is gonna be back unless his injury is a lot worse. But yeah. No, since it's in Miami, flying there this weekend to Friday. Dude, have fun. Miami's a fun place. I hope you enjoy it. Just stay safe and have lots of fun, dude. RE says Logan Thomas is good moving forward. He's the 8th best fantasy position, a tight end position. Yeah, for sure. He definitely could be very good, right? What's up, Jacob? Welcome to the stream. When is Kenny G coming back? Listen, if I knew, I would have already won all my leagues. That's a weird situation. Jackie says, would Mixon beat Mostert with Cowboys matchup if he somehow comes back? Not necessarily, man. The Bengals offense is just not clicking that much, and we see what Gio has been doing, right? So I don't necessarily, I mean, it's a little bit riskier for me to play Mixon over Mostert unless Mostert just completely, busts over the next few weeks. But I still like Mostert. Big T says, you think start Ryan Tannehill again or stream? Oh, Ryan Tannehill, I think he's going to be great for the rest of the season. I called my analysis a few weeks ago was that his toughest stretch was going to be Colts, Bears, and Colts. Got it out of that and did very well the last 2 games. So I think Ryan Tannehill is a great start for the rest of the season. I don't think you need to stream. Thoughts on Claypool's low production? It was tough. I think overall the Steelers are just like something is wrong with the offense, right? It's just not clicking very well. Maybe it's due to the lack of James Conner, right? So it is what it is. I don't think it's him. I think it's more of the Steelers as a whole. Sam says, should I be worried about Kareem Hunt at my flex spot? Standard scoring, yeah, he has been sort of trending down a little bit, right? Chubb has been doing a lot more, and honestly, I think the game against the Titans this week, it lended to the passing game a little bit more just because the Titans have a horrible secondary. And, I mean, Baker Mayfield looked like a god playing against them, right? So I think there's some worry. I wouldn't give up on him just yet. He still can be that, like, premier 1B to Chubb's 1A. But we'll see, man. I think a lot of it's going to be matchup, but I will say against the Titans, I mean, obviously he's been a little bit down before that too, but against the Titans, they were definitely a little bit more aerial attack heavy. Mike Camaro, man, what's up? Welcome back to the stream. How you doing, dude? Abby says, I don't think Mixon's coming back. He hasn't practiced in 1.5 months. There's a chance he might not come back. Jackie says, I don't expect Mixon to come back either, but one can dream, right? Ari says, would you drop Kenny G in that case? Ari, completely depends on who you drop him for, right? If there's someone else that you think is a lot better, go, I would probably drop, there's some guys on my waiver wire list today that you can probably replace him with, but it completely just depends on who you're going to replace him with. Noah says, I've got Russell for the playoffs. Dropped Westbrook earlier in the season. I'm worried about Wilson. What do you think? How did he do this week? I actually didn't follow him that much, but let's see how he did this week. I'm not as worried about him. I think the Seahawks as a whole, they're going to do a lot better moving forward. A lot of people getting healthy. Our in-house Seahawks fan, gave us a little bit more confidence going forward. So, I do trust him. You know, I mean, 14-15, it's not as good as we expect, right? But it's not bad. I mean, I think he's going to be okay. You know, obviously we're going to have to worry about him against the LA Rams a little bit, but Jets and Washington should have, you know, it should be a good matchup on paper. Titter says, started the season with Zeke, Mixon having to start Monty and Gallman. Listen, Titter, that's not bad at all, right? You could be starting a lot worse. Jock says, what do I do with Sanders? Just kind of hope and pray at this point. If you weren't able to trade him a few weeks ago, you're not going to be able to trade him now, right? So he's going to be a risky start for me tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next week for sure, or I guess this week now, but he's going to be a little bit of a risky start. And the problem isn't him, it's how the Eagles use him. It's the lack of touches they give him, so it's tough. Dark Winter says, who should I drop for TY? Aguilar or Sterling Shepard? Let me look at this really quickly. Aguilar I do really like. I know he didn't produce as well, but I'm pretty sure he got 11 targets or something this week, so he still got a lot of targets. I would probably drop... I might honestly drop Shepard here. I think I might drop Shepard here for you. I like, honestly, mainly just because I like both the Colts and the Raiders offense a little bit more, and their aerial attacks a little bit more than the Giants, you know? You can make a case that starting Shepard is the #1 option, and Nelson Aguilar is I still think Nelson Aguilar is the #1 wide receiver, but he's the #2 option behind Waller. But I think I like Aguilar a little bit more. Shepard has been okay, right? He hasn't really impressed. Mike says start 3, Hopkins, Keenan Allen, AJ Brown, Calvin Ridley, Deontay. I'd go Keenan Allen, AJ, and Calvin. I'll have to look at their matchups and do a little bit of research, Mike, before I give you a final answer, but that's off my gut. I like those as the best plays. Noah says, should I drop Devil Singletary for Leonard Fournette? I don't think you're getting much out of there, Noah. Go to the waiver wire list today and see if there's anyone else that you could pick up instead. I think Devin Singletary has been droppable for six weeks now, so I don't think you're gaining much. You definitely could, right? You definitely could, but you're not going to play Leonard Fournette. I'd rather you pick up someone who you can potentially play or someone that you can stash. Ivan, what's up? Drop Minimum for Kiki. I have Ayuk, Marquise, Devontae, Deontay Jefferson. Drop Marquise for Kiki. You don't need to keep Marquise. Marquise has been, he's been underperforming all season. There's no point in keeping Marquise, in my opinion. Pittman definitely has a lot more upside than Marquise. Sam says start 2, Evans, Ayuk, Chark, T. Higgins, or if healthy, Kenny G. Again, without looking at the matchups right now, Sam, I would probably go Ayuk and either Chark or Evans. That's what I'm thinking. Tomorrow says, also, should we worry about Justin Herbert? I've got Ryan Tannehill just in case. I don't think you need to worry about it. We talked a little bit about it. I don't know if you were here last week, but we talked about Bill Belichick and his effect on rookies, right? I don't think you should be worried about him. He plays Atlanta, Raiders, and then Denver over the next 3 weeks. I think he's going to be fine. But hey, Ryan Tannehill could be a better play. I think you got 2 really good quarterbacks to swap in and out for the playoffs, so you should be good. I wouldn't worry about him. I very much expected the Chargers to not do very... I didn't expect him to get shut out because they got shut out, right? I did not expect him to get shut out, but I was, I expected the Patriots to beat the Chargers. No, it says, if I make the finals, should I pick up a QB from the waivers like Goff, Luck, Trubisky, or Giordano, or Alex Smith and start one of them instead of Wilson against the Rams? We'll look at the playoffs. We'll see how, that's still pretty far away. I don't think we need to worry about it just yet, Noah. Let's see how Wilson does over the next few weeks. If he continues to do poorly, we might have to pick someone up, and we'll have to look at the QBs to see who's there, right? But we'll see. Brooke says, what are the chances the Cowboys upset the Ravens? I don't know, man. I don't think it's going to happen, but let's go with 17%. That was Brooks. Nico, what's up? Does my lineup look good for the next week? Watson, Cook, Singletary, Lockett, Thielen, Ebron, Ayuk, Saints-D, and Gostowski. I don't like Singletary, but otherwise I think it looks okay. I don't mind it. I think you need a different RB2, dude. Singletary has been on my drop list for a very not startable list for a long time. No, it's as hard as anything. Okay. Sam's is thinking about sitting Cam Newton against the strong MD. Should I stream Stafford against the Packers? You could, right? If you know, I've been telling this to people for a very, very long time. Rivers, if he's available, guys, he's going to be great for rounds 1 and round 2. Just go look at his numbers. He's been playing, you know, very much like a QB2 with a lot of upside over the last few weeks, and I think he's going to continue to do so. So Rivers is someone that I think is going to be really, really safe moving forward. Brick says start Beasley, Kuti over Lucky this week. Wilson throws everything to GK. I wouldn't mind you, right? I wouldn't mind it. Who did the Bills play? Bills play the Steelers, so that's going to be tough. Texans play the Jags, right? I actually wouldn't mind it, Brooks. Like I said, I'm going to have to look at the matchups and do a little bit more research into it, but I wouldn't fault you for it, right? Kuti did very well this week. He did very, very well. We expected a lot of the targets to go to him that, you know, were going to be gone from Fuller, so he did very, very well. Rivers taken, okay. You know, I don't love Stafford. We can review it again tomorrow, Sam, just to see who else is available. But yeah, Cam is, I mean, I don't think Cam is actually a bad player, right? But he's definitely going to be a riskier play. Cam is very rushing TD dependent. Ivan says, I have CMC already. Would Montgomery or Jacobs be our RB2? Let's look at the matchups, and let's make sure that CMC is for sure back. He's expected to be back, but there's always a chance he's not. So let's make sure that he's for sure back and gets a green light from their camp before you know, making that decision. But again, Jacobs could be sitting again this week, so you know you might already have your decision made. Hopefully, you don't lose both CMC and Jacobs, but you know, I think there's a smaller chance of that happening for sure. Montgomery's a beast moving forward. Yeah, he's looking good. He's looking good. Texans play Bears. Lockett plays Jets. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I mean, out of those, you know, I think that, I mean, I think they're both good plays. Lockett obviously has a good matchup on paper. Let me see how Lockett's target shares look so far. I don't own him, so I'm not as familiar with him, but let's pull him out really quickly. Lockett. Lockett. I mean, he did do poorly, right? So he might be okay. I will have a better answer for you tomorrow, going to Thursday, I think. But they're not playing until the weekend, right? So I will definitely have a better answer for you shortly, but let me think about that. You know, Kiki is someone I do like. I just, you know, how much should we trust one game? I feel pretty good about him, but yeah, I guess that's my take. I feel good about him, but he's definitely a risk play again, especially against the Bears. Guys, give me 1 second. Just need to change something on my video to make sure that you guys can like see all the. I don't know if you guys can see any chats, but I'm gonna enable live chat because for some reason that's not enabled. Now you guys should be able to get live chat. Let me know if that was showing up before or not. Hopefully it was. All right, where are we at? Markley, what's up? I am down by 7. I have Schultz. He has Elliott. I'm praying. Oh man, that's gonna be a tough one, man. Good luck with that. It can happen. Nico says, should I get a new RB2 because I have Edmonds, but he isn't that good? I'm starting single. I think you need to get a new RB2, dude. I don't love either because Edmonds really isn't the starting guy. You know, you have Drake there, and I really don't like Singletary. They're going to be high risk for you to play every week, so I definitely would. Iris says, Kamara, Rojo, James Russian, Eckler, Montgomery, pick 3 for the playoff lineup. It's going to be week to week, dude. You know, right now, I think James Robinson is an every week start. I like Eckler and Kamara, but it's going to be matchup based, so we're going to have to look at it. But Mark, yeah, good luck with that, man. It's going to be tough, but you never know, right? Dalton is he's, you know, listen, Elliott could have a bad game, and you know, Andy Dalton could be looking to Dalton Schultz a lot. The Dalton connection, right? So you never know, man. If you're still alive and if it's still reasonable, there's always a chance. Ari says Pittman or Lazard. I think I like Pittman a little bit more, a little bit slightly higher upside. Ivan says, appreciate, yeah, enjoy your night too, man. Good luck. Have fun watching the game. Woods or Cup against the Pats this week? Let's look at their share left from last week. I mean, both get a lot, right? A lot of targets, so you know we don't have to worry about that. Let's look at their target share from just last week and see what it's like. Cause listen, it was a high scoring game. I'm assuming they both got at least probably double-digit targets, right? Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I really don't know who the wide receiver one is there. I probably lean Cup slightly more, but I think it's almost gonna be a wash. It's almost gonna be a wash. Jack says, thoughts on this lineup going to playoffs? Jalen, D. Henry, Gaskin, Tyreek, Lockett, Gronk, AJ Brown, Corey Davis. I'm starting Gaskin over Sanders. Anything you don't like? It's a half PPR. Are you talking about Josh Allen? So okay, I like that. Like Derrick Henry, Gaskin should be okay. I think he's a decent RB2. You could potentially be a little bit stronger there, but he's a very good RB2. Tyreek is great. Lockett is, you know, again, like sort of a lower end wide receiver 2, but you could do a lot worse. I honestly like AJ Brown and Corey Davis a lot. I don't know if you can justify starting both of them because, you know, I always talk about diversifying things. So I think it's okay, you know. I don't know if there's much else you can do at this point, especially relative to what's left on the waiver wires, but you know, I think it's decent. Josh Hansen, what's up? Should I trade Fant and Galladay for Ridley? Oh yeah, 100%, dude. If you can make that trade, pull that trigger right now, man. Pull that trigger right now. We don't know when Galladay's actually coming back. Ridley is a great wide receiver. I 100% think you should do it. There's always obviously some risk with Goddard now that Jalen Hurts is in, but I still like Goddard a lot. Brady or Cousins week 14, Dark? I probably lean Brady slightly more here. Purely based off of you know, the fact that the Bucs defense is a lot better than the Vikings. But that's my initial one. I will be doing my homework and having like a more final ranking. Notice I traded away Montgomery and Fuller away for James Robinson a few weeks ago, then traded Robinson, Lazard, and Pollard for Derrick Henry. Feel bad trading Monty. Did I make the? I don't think it's bad, right? Because essentially at the end of the day, you traded Montgomery, Fuller, Lazard, and Pollard for Derrick Henry. I think it's fine because Fuller's gone, right? And I mean, I like Derrick Henry better than Montgomery moving forward. So I know, you know, Montgomery obviously outperformed him, but Derrick Henry is still the better back. So I think you did okay. I think you did okay. Reed, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Ari says, got the first round bye. Should I still be using the waiver wire? All I need is, oh, for sure. Ari, wait for the, you actually absolutely should be, you know, getting ready for it. And you have actually a lot of flexibility because you need to really focus on your matchups for weeks 15 and 16. So yeah, keep an eye out for the video that's going to come out tomorrow. And yeah, just check it out and see what's available and see if you agree with my defensive choices for each week and then go from there. Mark says, you kind of give up too much for Henry. Maybe, right? But I mean, Lazard and Pollard are sort of lower end players in my opinion. Noah says, which flex do you like best in the playoffs, Boyd or Crowder? As of right now, I like Crowder a little bit more. Reed says, screw the Steelers. Ooh, yeah, I know, right? We call that upset. Let's go. Reed, what fan are you again? I don't remember. Sam says, pick up Crowder from waivers now. He seems to have connection with Darnold again. Standard score. I like him, right? Let's look at the stats from last week because I know he did very well, right? Crowder. The week before, we had a little bit of worry because of his targets, but I mean, he got 7 targets, right? I like Crowder a lot. I definitely think it's worth a pickup. And if he's available, great, because in ESPN, he's owned in 75% of leagues already, so I definitely would if you had a chance. I don't think that's bad at all. Bengals, nice, okay. I like it. Yo, hopefully you guys find some production for Joe Burrow next year, man. I hated that he got injured. Hopefully it's nothing permanent. Hopefully it's nothing serious, but you know, just hoping to see him alive. All right, he says Cowboys upset. Listen, it could happen. It could happen, right? I still have my money on the Ravens, but yeah, we'll see. We will see. You never know. Anything can happen. It's listen, this is NFL. No matter how bad teams are or how good teams are, anything can happen. So for anyone who hasn't checked out the waiver wire video yet, I'll make another plug for it. Go check it out. We've got some good gems, in my opinion, for pretty much every position except for defense and kickers. Kickers, I don't really feel the need to include in waiver wire videos, but we do, and we have a defense video coming out tomorrow. But yeah, yo guys, go check it out. There's some gems in there. Eric, what's up, man? Welcome. I know this is a stretch, but just throwing out there, what do you think about Dallas versus Cincinnati next week? Even if they play poorly tonight, I don't know if I can trust him, man. Like, the Dallas D is historically bad, right? I'm gonna pull up their stats right now. The Dallas D is like historically bad. Let's look at this together. So, okay, Cowboys D, right? So they've only had one good game all year. Otherwise, they haven't. This is how bad it is. They haven't scored over 2 points. You know, if you took out the 15-point game, they scored 9 points against New York Giants, right? But guys, like I always say, divisional games are always funky. This is also when at least this one is when they had Dak too, right? So that changes things. But if you took out, this game, they might be averaging negative points. I wouldn't do that. I mean, who did Cincinnati play this week? Cincinnati played Bengals schedule. The Bengals played, did they play this week? They played the Giants, right? And how did the Giants D do? I mean, the Giants D is a lot better than the Cowboys. Giants D is honestly, like kind of average, a little bit above average, right? Oh no, Giants played the Seahawks. Who did the Bengals play? Did they have a bye this week? Oh no, they played the Dolphins. Well, I guess, okay, sorry, Dolphins, obviously, it's gonna be tougher, but I would stay very far away from the Dallas Cowboys defense. I wouldn't touch that. Ken Anderson left Cincinnati is a really good rookie. Okay. How do you feel about Blankenship week 14? I feel good. The offense is moving. I'm not really worried about the Raiders at all, so I feel good about it. What was I looking at here? Fantasy. Yeah, so anyways, going back to the Cowboys, I don't like them. I mean, they've got to be literally the last ranked defense, right? Yeah, they're the last ranked defense. I mean, I could not recommend them, is what I'll say. I'm scared Burrow would do the same. You never know, man. You just got to get them. Mark Lear says, are you going to watch a game here live? As much as I would like to, that is unfortunately against, there's copyright issues with that, so I unfortunately can't, or else I would love to do that, man. Jameson, what's up, man? I'm up 11 right now. He has a Ravens D. Do you think I win? You have a good chance, right? Ravens D, let's see how they've been doing. I mean, they need to work for above 10 points, essentially, right? Ravens D, I mean, if I had to pick a week for the Ravens D not to get over 10 points, I would say this is not the week, but they haven't had over 10-point games since week 9, so maybe we'll see how Dallas does, right? It's gonna be very tough. It's gonna be tough. Sebastian, what's up, man? How do you feel about the Broncos defense this week? DJ Moore for the Panthers may not play. We're gonna see, right? We're gonna see. If CMC is back, I don't like them that much, honestly. Honestly, a lot of it depends on whether or not the Panthers get their players back, right? Because they have a decent amount of people in COVID or on the COVID list, so it's not great. It's a must game. Yeah, so good luck, man. We'll see. There's a good chance it's gonna be tougher because of the boys, but hey, maybe the boys want to play well on on primetime. You never know. Sam says big bounce back week from Herbert this week. I think so, man. I think last week was gonna be his hardest matchup this season. Again, Bill Belichick knows how to do things to rookies and really restrict him. So Sebastian says, in one of my leagues, I'm of 12. My opponent, you're up 12. My opponent is Marquise Brown. Do you think I will win? I need this game to make the playoffs. I think you have a higher than 50% chance that Marquise doesn't do much. You know, especially if the Ravens get up early, they'll probably run the ball a lot more. So I mean, what is it? Let's look at it. In half PPR, Marquise Brown has gone over 12 points 3 times this season. So just hope he doesn't get a touchdown, right? Just hope he doesn't get a touchdown. Again, not the best week to be betting against them because they're playing against Dallas D. But just hope that you know, they get up fast without using Marquise and they don't have to use him at all. You never know. Cross your fingers. I hope Elliott wakes up. He might. I need Ravens to get less than 6 points. What are my chances? It'll be a little tough, Catacomb. It'll be a little bit tough there, you know. And listen, guys, anything can happen, right? But my thoughts are the Ravens are, you know, they're gonna beat the Cowboys. I think they're gonna do a lot better. We'll just see what happens. Yeah, good luck to you know, all of you guys. There's some tight ones here. Who says you have a 5% chance? Brooke says, pick one, James Conner, Kareem Hunt, Cam Akers for flex. Cam Akers definitely for the high side. I don't know if James Conner is going to be back, honestly. Brown's fan says, Montgomery, JT, or Woods in my flex. I like JT or Montgomery. Montgomery's probably a little bit safer. I think JT and Montgomery are very similar. Reed says he likes Woods. Okay. Jameson says, after this week, with split carries, do I start Mostert? I still think you start him, man. Let's hear. We're gonna look at the actual splits from last week. I know, like, I think people sort of freak out a little bit earlier than needed. Let me just see. I want to see what happened with that game, and I want to see the exact splits. So if we look at the Niners and Bills, obviously, again, guys, the Bills have a very good defense, right? So, like, you can't take everything, like, exactly how it is because it's not just, like, as simple as that. You know, to me, from at least what I remember, all it says is that Mostert was the lead back, and they started to need to pass a lot more. Conscious Machine, you just subbed. Thank you so much, man. Welcome to the stream. So, like, I don't think so. I still think it's Mostert's backfield. I just think they were down. They needed to pass more. I don't know if Jeff Wilson's more of the pass catching back or maybe he's a better pass blocker. I don't know. We're going to have to ask 49ers about that, right? But I think we're fine with Mostert moving forward. All right, where are we at? Sam says Akers for the priority waiver in full PPR. I absolutely think he does. He's one of the fewer people who, you know, has shown us that he can be a lead back, and you know, he's on a offense that can score a lot. So I think Cam Akers might be our #1 pick this week, honestly. Again, depending on what you need, right? Depending on what you need, but I like Cam Akers a lot. Dog, yeah, we got a dog here. Let's see where we at here. Yeah, Conscious. Yeah, welcome, man. How are you doing? How are your teams looking for the playoffs, man? Are you in? Are you waiting on tonight or what? Sebastian said, did you hear Des Bryant just tested positive? I did not. Did he? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, right? Because no one was really worrying about him too much. I did not hear that. Is it like actually? Let's see. Wow. That's crazy. He literally got, that's like, he was warming up 30 minutes before the kickoff and he tested positive. That's crazy. I mean, the Ravens, listen, the Ravens are doing something wrong, right? I feel like everyone there is testing positive, so that's not good. That's really not good. Yeah, wow. Okay, well, I mean, I don't think they need him. I don't think he was going to be, I don't think anyone was depending on, like, I mean, chat, let me know if anyone here was actually depending on him, right? But I don't think anyone was really worried about him. So, Conscious says, already #1 seed in my $75 per league. It's been going on for 20 years. I'm pumped up. Dude, that's awesome, dude. Kid, if you don't mind, can we look at your team? Kind of curious, but hey, honestly, I'm obviously very impressed by the number 1 seed, but that's awesome that you have a league that's been going on for 20 years. I have one with a bunch of college friends, and we've been going for about like 6-7 years, and it's honestly fun, right? It's a great time. So yo, kudos to you for being able to keep a league for 20 years. Have most of the people like stayed the same, or have you guys had a lot of what do you call it, revolving doors, people coming in and out? Sebastian says, Lamar, please just don't throw Hollywood Brown, please. Listen, man, he hasn't a lot this season, so your prayers may be answered. Conscious says, I know, won the $75 regular season champ, right, but 600 week 16 champ. Damn, okay. Well, listen, at least you made your money back, right? That's awesome. Brooks says, Craig Glenfiddich with Orange LaCroix last night. Tasting interesting. Obviously, we're more people. Oh, no. Oh, I love that stuff, dude. Brooks, we do talk about a hard liquor a lot, too, so I don't mind that at all. I'm not a huge LaCroix fan, but I guess if you mix it with something, it might not be bad, right? But that's interesting. I might have to try that, Brooks. Listen, guys, recommend me as much things you like, food, drinks, whatever, and we will try it on stream at some point. But I love that, Brooks. That's awesome. What got you? Who came? Like, where'd you get the idea from, or is it literally just like I want to try these two together? Conjure says Murray, Henry Robinson, Adam Thielen, Allen, Ebron, Blankenship streamed it. Nice, dude. Hey, man, this is your first time here, but we love our hot rod, so we'll give you an A+ just for the kicker. Mostly same guys, a few newer guys, but same core 10 guys. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. That's a solid team. It's looking good for the playoffs, as long as Murray's not too bad with his injury. It's looking great. So actually says, after the fantasy football playoffs, I will be in a fantasy basketball, always busy. Yeah, listen, fantasy basketball is it's tough, right? We were talking about maybe we're wanting to do some sort of like community league where it's more of like a week-to-week thing instead of a day-to-day thing, but I don't know if that's actually possible. But yeah. Conscious, I'm 41, not too old. No, dude, that's not old at all, dude. Listen, you're just starting in life. If anything, you've got a lot more fun stuff to look to than a lot of us here, and except you're a lot wiser and probably you have a lot more money than the rest of us. But hey, it's funny though, we actually have a lot of variety of ages here. We have people who are working, who are adults. We had a grandpa here once. We have a few middle schoolers and high schoolers as well, and a lot of college kids as well. So we actually have a really good variety of people, and it's always a fun time. So I'm really glad you found the stream, man. And we stream a lot throughout the week, so feel free to come by whenever you're available, and we have some fun time. These pregame ones are usually kind of short and a little bit more low key, but yeah, we got some good guys in here, man. Debating between a hazy IPA or a Modelo, pick one. Ooh, Sam, I would start with a hazy IPA, Start with that, a little heavier, sip on it, enjoy it. And then, the Modelo will be a lot easier to drink later. If you want Modelo than hazy IPA, at least to me, I feel like the IPA is going to be a lot harder to drink later on, right? So I always like to go heavy to sip. And listen, if you're trying to have a little fun and trying to turn up a little bit, then Modelo will be very, very easy for you to sip on. But yeah, let's go. If we had to pick, we're gonna bench Modelo for now. We're gonna start hazy IPA, and maybe plug Modelo into our flex spot there. Do you call yourself a certified fantasy expert? Not at all. I don't even call myself a fantasy expert. I just call myself someone who has a webcam and likes to talk fantasy. That's all. We by no means claim to be a fantasy expert at all. I'm sure there's a lot of you guys in chat that's probably honestly more knowledgeable than me, and that's completely fine, right? We're just here to have a good time and talk things out, and I love it when chat comes in and disagrees with something, or we start a discussion about something we don't agree with. It's all the fun is in the discussion and figuring out what's the best move for all of us. How do you feel about Jefferson week 14? It's hard for me to bench Jefferson at this point, man. He might end up being one of the best picks this year. Well, best free agent picks. I know he was drafted at the tail end in a lot of leagues, but he was also free agent in a lot. So I love Jefferson, man. He looks good. I did not know who Justin Jefferson was when they picked him in real life, but yeah. Sam, nice call. Yeah, listen, I guess to give you guys a little bit of preview, we will be having some fun stuff off season and into the Super Bowl with, you know, we're going to revolve a few things around, you know, start sits, but it's not going to be all players. So Rookie of the Year, honestly, it's probably going to have to go to Herbert, right? Not only just because he's mainly because he's a quarterback, but Herbert also is like sort of doing something that a lot of people haven't, or a lot of rookie QBs haven't been able to do. There's a good chance he might break a few records, not starting out 16 games. So, you know, I think his performance plus the fact that he is a quarterback, I think is going to give him the edge, unfortunately. But I think Herbert takes it. Who is your Super Bowl prediction as of now? Ooh, sorry, 1 second. Light just dropped. Super Bowl prediction right now. So honestly, the Steelers are looking really vulnerable, right? Chiefs look good. You know, I can see the Chiefs going back in it, facing potentially someone like. I don't know if I want to say the Saints because they're not that good right now, right? I like the Chiefs look good right now. I don't think they're gonna go back to back. But if I just say, I'd probably say like Chiefs and maybe, let me see, who do we have in NFC? I can't like Chiefs and I can see maybe the Saints or the Packers getting into. I know I literally just picked the top seeds, but you know, I really like teams with a better defense, honestly. So I could see the Rams, honestly, maybe kind of messing around, getting back in. Rams, I like, you know, I'm trying to think about teams that are a little bit more well-rounded. I still think the Steelers are going to do fine. Like, we're not just going to, you know, undercut them for losing literally one game, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. The Steelers have not played the strongest opponents, at least. Jameson says him or Herbert's gonna be close. Yeah, it could be. Jameson said drafted Jefferson with the last pick in the regular season, dropped in week 2, and regrets since he's a stud. Yeah, it happens, right? A lot of times we just have to give him a little bit more time to pan out. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, right? It's all luck at some point. No one was gonna predict that Jefferson was gonna have the year that he's having. Brooks says, me and 2 flatmates are all Pats fans. Got carried away as Steelers lost. Ran out of beer and I was drinking LaCroix. Someone slipped Glenfiddich in it while I was not looking. That's awesome. What does it taste like? I mean, I guess I can sort of taste. Is it just like kind of like a more sippable like liquor with a little hint of orange? I mean, that's what it sounds like, right? Biggest sleeper of the year. I think I might have to go James Robinson, man. I guess I don't know if I would consider him a sleeper, but like he's been doing really well. Another one who like I think everyone just is still sleeping on is Corey Davis. Corey Davis has been a fantastic like high-end wide receiver too this season. So he's been really, really good. Chiefs are repeating. If you want to bet, let me know. Hey, listen, I'm sure people in chat will bet you, man. James Robinson was bigger sleeper for sure. Yeah, I like it. Steven, what's up, man? I started WAP at QB last week, 40 points. Let's go, dude. Good for you, Steven. Nice job. Welcome to the stream. Big Team says, are you watching football team or Dolphins, in my opinion? Sebastian says, do you think Mahomes will win MVP? If you don't think, who will win? Yeah, so MVP race is kind of tough, right? I mean, Russell's in it. I know he's been sort of he's slowing down a little bit. Honestly, Rodgers looks good. Josh Allen looks good too, man. So I think it's a lot tighter this year. Obviously Mahomes looks really, really good, but you know, Rodgers looks good as well. I think we'll see if Russell sort of turns it around. He definitely has a good chance for it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is this game still happening? I would think so, right? Is there any doubts that it's not happening? Unless, I mean, everyone on their team tested positive, right? Let's see. Let me just see if there's any news. Also, guys, how crazy is the fact that Jalen Hurts is finally starting, huh? Let's see. All other Ravens players tested negative for COVID. No high-risk close contact were identified, so no Des Bryant, but game on as scheduled and no other players impacted. There you go. I think it's going to go on. That's exactly what it is. The orange makes it very, okay, that's awesome, dude. I might have to try that, dude. I might have to try that. You're gonna have to give me you're gonna have to experiment with that a little bit more, Brooks, and let me know the perfect ratio. Marlo, what's up, dude? You just made it. Monty or Kamara next week? I like Monty a little bit more with how they've been running. I believe the Bears play the Texans as well, right? So he has a good matchup. He has a really good matchup. Big Cheese says, in my opinion, biggest sleeper is Deontay Johnson, Meowers and waivers in week 3. Yeah, he could be. Very, very well could be, right? It's just that, you know, his injuries, unfortunately, have caused him not to have, like, you know, the breakout performance as some other players, like James Robinson, like Justin Jefferson. But he's definitely been good. He's definitely been very good. He's been very okay the last 2 weeks, but yeah, he's been very good when he's healthy. Big Cheese says, is Mahomes or Rodgers for MVP? I got Chiefs, Packers, Super Bowl, or Saints. Okay, I like it. Deontay was carrying my team recently. Good, good. David made great content, man. To keep it up. Thank you so much, David. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate that. You're in the playoffs as well? That's good. That's awesome. What seed are you, David? Sam says, is Hurst streamable after week 14? Let me see. How did Hurst do this week? I don't remember if I started him. I still feel like he is, right? But I do feel like at this point I might feel a little bit more comfortable with someone like a Logan Thomas, honestly. Logan Thomas is balling out. Dalton Schultz has a very steady floor. So there might be a few other guys that I like a little bit better. Hurst has been very, very average below average over the last 3 weeks. So it's definitely a little bit concerning. And he's got some tough defenses coming up, right? Sebastian says no Wednesday Night Football. Yeah, thank God, right? But guys, if any of you guys haven't attended, we do 2 streams. We'll do 2 streams tomorrow night. One at 5 o'clock Pacific, and then we're gonna waiver wire camp about like half an hour, 45 minutes before the waivers clear, and just kind of hang out at night too. So feel free to stop by. Jalen Hurts, the QB. Yep, for sure. Yeah, he is starting. We'll see how he does. David says pick 2: Kamara, Gibson, Akers, Booker, Jamal Williams. My top 3 there are gonna be Kamara, Gibson, Akers. We'll see if Gibson goes. If Gibson doesn't go, I'll probably go Kamara, Akers. I wouldn't go Booker or Jamal right now. A lot higher risk. Jamal is not even the starting running back right here, right? So you have to choose between the top 3. So I would keep an eye out for Gibson's injury status, David, and see what happens. Marlo says, could you rank these wide receivers for the next week? Diggs, Justin Jefferson, Hopkins, Michael Thomas, Robert Woods, Brandon Cooks. I'm gonna have to look at it. I haven't looked at the exact matchups. Based off of just what we're seeing here, I'd probably go Jefferson, Diggs, Woods, MT, then Hopkins and Cooks. But Marlo, I'll have to look at the matchups a little bit closer. Let's see. Sam says, I meant Jalen Hurts' QB streamer will not tight end. Oh, no, not at all. Yeah, he might be. It's more of a risk, but he could be, right? He's got some upside with the rushing abilities. Tyler Allen, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Just heard Gibson probably out 3 to 4 weeks. Source Fantasy Doctor on YouTube. That's crazy. Okay, so he's out. Listen, J.D. McKissick's gonna be a great play in PPR, right? I know people are gonna try and go rush to pick up what's his face? I can imagine his face, Peyton Barber, but be a little bit cautious of that. Because he's going to be very TD dependent. JD McKissick, I don't think he's on the waivers anymore, but if you've been to the stream and have been listening to our advice to hold him, you're going to be golden now. But yeah, that's tough for Gibson owners. Rip to all the Gibson owners out there. Sorry to hear that. Bobby Schmerda, welcome back. He says Jeff, Hop, Empty, Diggs, Woods, Cooks. Okay, interesting. Miles says cool, rough estimate actually helps, yeah, for sure. Listen, I like Jefferson and Diggs a lot, man. James says pick 2 BBR, McLaurin, Jefferson, Woods, Deontay Johnson, Higgins. I'd probably go Jefferson, McLaurin, Woods. Depending on the matchups, I'll have to look at it again. Jefferson plays Bucks. Woods play... Who did the Rams play? Rams schedule... Rams are playing the Patriots this week, so that's actually going to be a little tough. And then who's the other one? Washington football team schedule... They're playing the 49ers. Interesting. I'd probably honestly lean maybe Jefferson, Woods, and then McLaurin there. The Steelers are a little bit concerning to me based off of sort of how sort of out of sync their offense has been. Sam says, Antonio Brown got dropped in my standard league. Should I submit a waiver? I guess, Sam, do you need a wide receiver? Because sure, if you want to just stash and hold him, because I think he has some value, but you know, he still hasn't scored yet this season, right? So it just really depends on how much help you need at the wide receiver position. Tyler says, could you rank the top 5 fantasy draft picks? Yeah, I mean, that's gonna be that's gonna be a video that we're gonna do in the off season. So and you know, very much could change in the next few months. Right now, I'd probably say CMC, Derrick Henry, and this is not in order. This is the top 5. So Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook. Honestly, maybe Devontae Adams, and then if Dak is back, I'd probably go Zeke. Yeah, that's how I like it. That's how I like it. Bradley, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. How you doing tonight, man? Marlo says, you know, who would be a better flex play from a ridiculous 16, like Kamara or Diggs? Kamara's probably a little bit safer, although I like Diggs a lot. Let me see. Bills schedule. Bills play the Steelers, so that might be a little tough. And Saints schedule. Saints play the Eagles. Kamara has a better matchup, so I'd probably lean him a little bit more. Sam says, yes, I do. My top guy, Galladay, is injured. My other is Evans and Ayuk. That's not bad at all, right? Honestly, I would be looking somewhere else because I don't think you're ever going to start Evans and AB at the same time. So I think Evans and Ayuk, they're a good duo. I would probably look somewhere else because I wouldn't be comfortable starting 2 guys from the Bucks, especially since their targets have really been splitting, and I don't think you can justifiably start them both for like expecting high upside, right? Obviously, the Bucks could go off; they could score like 60 points, right? But the chances of that are very low. So I would probably look somewhere else. Sam, Robert Stark, what's up, dude? Welcome. Ooh, we got Stark. We got Stark himself here. I'm thinking about trading Michael Thomas for the. All right, there we go. Sorry about that. Somehow my mic just muted. There we go. Here we go. My bad, boys. Can you guys still hear the music? Cause second, let me see. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. Guys, it's a cat. He literally, no joke. He literally just like steps on random keys on my keyboard, and I don't even know what he hits. And like my computer will just like pop up a different screen or just do something weird. So, cat's fault. Sorry, so back to Robert Stark. I do like that. I think it's good to have a little bit more depth at your running back, so I honestly don't mind that too much. Jacob says I started Herbert and Mostert. Oh, that's tough, man. That's tough. Kamara, Breeze is possibly coming back, so yeah, Breeze looks like, I think he's starting to practice again, right? So that's good. Bradley says, should we worry about Herbert in fantasy? You should not worry about him at all. He'll be completely fine for the playoffs. You know, we expected and honestly kind of called that, you know, Bill Belichick was going to have a plan for him. So I wouldn't worry about it. Like, that's going to be his toughest matchup. Marlo, yeah, for sure. Enjoy your dinner. Good luck with everything. Enjoy the game tonight. We'll talk to you soon, my friend. Keep empty, man. He's about to ball out. He could, right? He could. You know, I do like JT a lot moving forward, especially because Swift, his injury, we're not sure about. That's sort of where I'm coming from, right? But yeah, I mean, let's go back to the question. So, Cook, Chubb, Swift. So Cook and Chubb are gonna be great. Woods, Brown, Jefferson, you know, I like Jefferson and AJ Brown a lot. So, you know, especially if it's a PPR league, like Woods is gonna be fine. So I don't honestly think we need Thomas. Thomas has been good, but you know, he hasn't been like the Michael Thomas that we know. Is Jefferson a top 5 wide receiver this week playing the Bucks? Borderline, I think. I think the Vikings are going to be tested, right? In my video about Kirk Cousins, I said that, you know, I still like him as a pickup. I still kind of like him, honestly, as like a QB2 with some upside. They have a tough matchup against the Bucks. I do think they're going to have to play from behind, and which will hopefully mean they're going to be actually, you know, throwing the ball a lot more. So I think there's a chance. There's always the way he's been playing and the way that offense is gives him a lot of opportunities to end up top 5 every week, essentially, right? Jacob says, as a cat owner, I can tell you cats are, yeah, he's just trying to chill and he's just wagging his tail around, so he hit some things. My opponent got carried by Waller and that's tough. That's really tough. You hate to go against that, right? And Jacob, I don't remember. Are you in the playoffs or not? Tyler just got to go eat, bro. Might come back in a little if you're still around. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be ending the stream soon so I can go watch the game. But yo, thank you for coming by again, and we will be streaming tomorrow, Tyler, if I don't see you later today. But yeah, thanks for coming by. But yeah, boys, it looks like the game is starting now, or has started, so I think we're going to end the stream here. If you haven't checked out the waiver wire yet, go check out the video. We're going to have a entire playoff 3 weeks defense video coming out tomorrow, so I'll most likely be working on that and not streaming tonight. But yeah, be excited, guys. The plan, I think, this week, since it's a short week, I think we're gonna do the video tomorrow for the defense playoff defenses. We're gonna do just a Thursday night, most likely. We'll see if I do a start sit for all of the week, but I might just do like a Thursday night review, key players, if you guys think that's okay. And then we're gonna do a start video Saturday then. So yeah, lots of stuff we got going on this week. But yeah, I think it'll be good. Hopefully it'll help you guys. Jake will already clinch the playoffs. That's great. Do you think Kiki? I like it. I like him a lot. Go check out my little blurb about him, Jacob, in the waiver wire video today. But I think he's definitely worth a pickup. He's gonna be a good stash. But all right, boys, I'm gonna go get dinner. I'm gonna go work on my video for you guys, and I'm gonna go watch the game. So thank y'all for stopping by. We'll talk soon. Get excited to tomorrow's streams are gonna be lit, guys. 2-part stream, one at 5, one at 11:30. So get excited for that. But I appreciate y'all. Peace out. We'll talk later.